New Delhi. One becomes acquainted with the transcendental form of the Lord, then with the attributes of the Lord, and then with the transcendental nature of his pastimes, etc. So by proper offenseless chanting of the Lord, one realizes, of course, his name, that's Nama, and also Rupa, his form, Guna, his qualities, and Leela, his pastimes. Here it is recommended that one should constantly chant the holy name of the Lord after hearing it from authorities. This means that hearing from the authorities is the first essential. Hearing of the holy name gradually promotes one to the stage of hearing about his form, about his attributes, about his pastimes, and so on. And thus, the necessity of the chanting of his glories develops successively. This process is recommended not only for the successful execution of devotional service, but also even for those who are materially attached. According to Sri Shukadev Goswami, this way of attaining success is an established fact, concluded not only by him, but also by all other previous acharyas. Therefore, there is no need for the process is recommended not only for the progressive students in different departments of ideological success, but also for those who are already successful in their achievement as fruitive workers, as philosophers, or as devotees of the Lord. Srila Jiva Goswami instructs that chanting of the holy name of the Lord should be done loudly, and it should be performed offenselessly as well, as recommended in the Padma Purana. One can deliver himself from the effects of all sins by surrendering himself unto the Lord. Yes, as Lord Krishna says in the last chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshe Samimasucha. Give up all varieties of religiousness and just surrender unto me. I will free you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. One can deliver himself from the effects of all sins by surrendering himself unto the Lord. One can deliver himself from all offenses as being the Lord, by taking shelter of his holy name. But one cannot protect himself if one commits an offense at the feet of the holy name of the Lord. So, my dear devotees, we must be very careful about this, not to commit any offenses at the feet of the holy name of the Lord. Did you know that the holy name has feet? The holy name is Krishna, so the holy name has feet. One cannot protect himself if one commits an offense at the feet of the holy name of the Lord. Such offenses are mentioned in the Padma Purana as being 10 in number. The first offense is to vilify the great devotees who have preached about the glories of the Lord. This is called sadhu ninda, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. The second offense is to see the holy names of the Lord in terms of worldly distinction. The Lord is the proprietor of all the universes, and therefore he may be known in different places by different names. But that does not in any way qualify or limit the fullness of the Lord. Any nomenclature that is meant for the Supreme Lord is as holy as the others because they are all meant for the Lord. Such holy names are as powerful as the Lord, and there is no bar for anyone in any part of the creation to chant and glorify the Lord by the particular name of the Lord as it is locally understood. They are all auspicious, and one should not distinguish such names of the Lord as material commodities. Srila Prabhupada had a very intelligent disciple named Atreya Rishi Das, who was from Iran. He met the devotees and joined the movement in America. But after some time, he returned to Iran to begin Krishna consciousness there. And when Srila Prabhupada visited Iran, Atreya Rishi Prabhu waxed eloquent and said that he was looking forward to the day when all the Muslims in Iran would chant Hare Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada responded, why do you want them to chant only Hare Krishna? They can also chant Allah, Allah. We are not sectarian. So, such holy names are as powerful as the Lord, and there is no bar for anyone in any part of the creation to chant the Lord by the particular name of the Lord as it is locally understood. The third offense is to neglect the orders of the authorized acharyas or spiritual master. Yes, the third offense is goror avagya, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. The fourth offense is to vilify scriptures or Vedic knowledge. The fifth offense is to define the holy name of the Lord in terms of one's mundane calculation. The holy name of the Lord is identical with the Lord himself, and one should understand the holy name of the Lord to be non-different from him. The sixth offense is to interpret the holy name. The Lord is not imaginary, nor is his holy name. There are persons with a poor fund of knowledge who think the Lord to be an imagination of the worshiper, and therefore think his holy name to be imaginary. Such a chanter of the holy name cannot achieve the desired success in the matter of chanting the holy name. The seventh offense is to commit sins intentionally on the strength of the holy name. In the scriptures, it is said that one can be liberated from the effects of all sinful actions simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord. One who takes advantage of this transcendental method and continues to commit sins on the expectation of the sins by chanting the holy name of the Lord is the greatest offender at the feet of the holy name. Such an offender cannot purify himself by any recommended method of purification. In other words, one may be a sinful man before chanting the holy name of the Lord, but after taking shelter of the holy name of the Lord and becoming immune, one should strictly restrain oneself from committing sinful acts with the hope that this method of chanting the holy name will give him protection. So yes, this is a great offense to commit sin on the strength of chanting, thinking that because by chanting one becomes freed from all sinful reactions, one is at liberty to go on engaging in sinful activities and then neutralizing the effects by chanting. That is a very offensive mentality, and also it doesn't work. The eighth offense is to consider the holy name of the Lord and his chanting method to be equal to some material, auspicious activity. There are various kinds of good works for material benefits, but the holy name and his chanting are not mere auspicious holy services. Undoubtedly, the holy name is holy service, but he should never be utilized for such purposes. Since the holy name and the Lord are one and the same, one should not try to bring the holy name into the service of mankind. The idea is that the Supreme Lord is the supreme enjoyer. He is no one's servant or order supplier. Similarly, since the holy name of the Lord is identical with the Lord, one should not try to utilize the holy name for one's personal service. So in 1973, there was a meeting at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in Chowpatty, Bombay, convened by Srimati Leelavati Munshi, who was the head of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. And the theme of the conference was how all the problems of the world could be solved through the Bhagavad Gita. And before the conference began, she invited the participants to meet one another in her library. One of the participants, I don't know his name, but he had, long white hair and a long white beard. And he said to Srila Prabhupada that he was calling people together and getting them to chant the holy names and telling them that by chanting they could be relieved of their material diseases, of their physical ailments. So he said to Srila Prabhupada, you are gathering people together and I'm gathering people together. I am getting them to chant the holy name and you are getting them to chant the holy name. And so and Srila Prabhupada said, no, what you are proposing or what you are saying is against our principles. And he made the same point that the holy name is Krishna, and Krishna is the Supreme Master. We are meant to serve him, and we are not meant to try to engage him in our service by curing our material diseases or physical ailments. Since the holy name of the Lord is identical with the Lord, one should not try to utilize the holy name for one's personal service. The ninth offense is to instruct those who are not interested in chanting the holy name of the Lord about the transcendental nature of the holy name. If such instruction is imparted to an unwilling audience, the act is considered to be an offense at the feet of the holy name. Yes, one should not preach the glories of the holy name to the faithless. We want everyone to hear the holy name. We encourage them to hear the holy name. But if they don't have faith in the scriptures, they will consider our glorification of the holy name to be exaggeration or imagination, which is an offense on their part, and it's an offense for us to preach the glories of the holy name to the faithless, because we are leading them into offenses. The 10th offense is to become uninterested in the holy name of the Lord, even after hearing of the transcendental nature of the holy name. The effect of chanting the holy name of the Lord is perceived by the chanter as liberation from the conception of false egoism. False egoism is exhibited by thinking of oneself to be the enjoyer of the world and thinking that everything in the world is meant for the enjoyment of oneself only. The whole materialistic world is moving under such false egoism of I and mine. But the factual effect of chanting the holy name is to become free from such misconceptions. So yes, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on the matter, is an offense, the 10th offense. And the two go together, to not have complete faith in the holy name, because if one did have complete faith in the holy name, one would understand that the holy name could fulfill all of one's desires, and therefore one would not maintain any material attachments. Srila Prabhupada instructed that we read the list of 10 offenses every morning after Mangal Arati, before the devotees chant their japa. And generally, after the devotee reads the list from the nectar of, but it is also offensive to be inattentive while chanting. And as Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has analyzed the Sanskrit in the list of offenses in the Padma Purana, he has derived the offense of inattention, pramadaha, to be the 9th offense. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that if one chants attentively, all the other offenses will be destroyed. And if one is inattentive while chanting, all the other offenses can flourish. So it is most important that we are attentive while chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Also, Srila Prabhupada advised that we should chant the Panchatattva mantra before we chant the Hare Krishna mantra. We do that in Kirtan, but even in Japa, I personally and many other devotees chant the Panchatattva mantra before each round of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakti. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much. Now we will call the initiates forward to take their vows and receive their beads and their new names. I will call the devotees in alphabetical order. First, Amrita Lund. When you come forward, offer your obeisances to Srila Prabhupada and the Vyasa and then come here. Huh?
And the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
Oh, okay.
One day Pushpanjali Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is getting decorated. Today's obeisances to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, because today's Pushpanjali is there, is getting decorated.
Okay. All right. Let's start with that. I'll come here. So, Amrita, what are the 4 principles that you vow to follow every day for the rest of your life? And how many rounds? And is there anything else you would like to say on this auspicious occasion in this august assembly?
I'm very fortunate to enter and my Guru Maharaj advised to say this moment, so I should benefit of it and
Very nice. Thank you, Jai. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforward, your name will be Ananda Vilasini Radha Dasi. Ananda Vilasini means blissful and playful. Radha. Anjam Gaur. Oh, yeah. Yes. Also, after obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, you offer obeisances to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati.
Maybe Pravesh can go also. Pravesh can do it also. So it can just flow back.
Oh.
Oh, I can do it.
Okay. Thank you. So what are the 4 regulative principles you vow to follow every day for the rest of your life? And how many rounds? And is there anything else you would like to say? Okay, nice, wonderful. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name will be Anupam Govinda Das. Anupam Govinda means incomparable Govinda. Bhavesh? Hare Krishna. What are the 4 regulative principles you vow to follow every day for the rest of your life? And how many rounds? Is there anything else you would like to say? So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple. And henceforth your name shall be Bhavananda Das. Bhavananda means the bliss of the material world, Bhava. And the bliss of, as Srila Prabhupada explained, the bliss of the material world is preaching. Gauri Soni. What are the 4 regulative principles you vow to follow every day for the rest of your life? And how many rounds? Is there anything else you would like to say? Nice, wonderful, beautiful. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I am pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Gokula Taruni Dasi. Gokula Taruni means young girl of Gokul, and it refers to Srimati Radha. Hemlata Arko. Hare Krishna. So what are the 4 regulative principles you vow to follow every day for the rest of your life?
I promise to follow the 4 regulative principles of no eating, no gambling, no intoxication.
And how many rounds?
I promise to chant minimum of 16 rounds as much attentively as possible.
Good. And is there anything else you would like to say?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, I think he's going to when I recite the short poem for me.
Yes?
This is titled Indebted Forever. On this most auspicious day, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Abhidhamma Day, who is Lord Vishnu's reign, we beg for his blessings today to continue his scientific succession through Prabhupada's organization to fulfill Lord Chaitanya's mission by sincerity and submission. I promise you this day that I shall never go astray, for you give me a second birthday as I become a Sanatana today. Giving me Krishna's holy name, I am your spiritual daughter, pleasing you is my life's aim. By following your instructions, I shall strive for your satisfaction. Praying for Krishna's merciful reciprocation, I beg to retain my constitutional position. I am the most fallen soul, bound by unlimited pole. You perfectly represent the super soul and connect me to the supreme whole.
Beautiful, wonderful. On behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name will be Hari Vallabhi Dasi. Hari Vallabhi means beloved of Hari. Meera Mishra. What are the four regulative principles?
Based on the four types of karma mentioned in the Bhagavatam, to practice compassion, purity of consciousness, honesty, and simplicity, I vow to not be greedy, affectionate, to not have any defects, not gamble, and not indulge in intoxication.
And how many rounds?
I vow to chant 16 defensive rounds of the Mahamandra daily to make choices favorable to
And is there anything else you would like to say?
Thank you, my spiritual father, for bringing this spiritual life and a very happy spiritual family. It is reciprocation of love from you and from the devotees, from my Shikshaguru and the wisdom of the sages, that I find myself here finding true love in the holy name of Radha and Krishna. I pray I can offer my life to your service, and for that I speak the path and desire.
Jai. Wonderful. Beautiful. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple. And henceforth your name will be Madhavi Manoram. Madhavi means Radha and Manoram means beautiful and attractive. Mridula Kotiam. What's that? So what are the four regulative principles you vow to follow? And how many rounds?
15 rounds.
And is there anything else you would like to say?
I'm very happy today because after waiting for 20 long years, we accepted me and
Jai. Wonderful. Thank you. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Mohini Rupa Dasi. Mohini Rupa refers to Srimati Radharani, whose form is attractive. Hare Krishna. So, Monish Amarnani, offer obeisances to, oh, you did, okay. Hare Krishna. So what are the four regulative principles you're about to follow? And how many rounds? Anything else?
And hope to be of value to the best.
Good. Good. And you should read Srila Prabhupada's books. This goes for all of you. You should read Srila Prabhupada's books as part of your regular practice, sadhana. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple. And henceforth your name will be Murli Manohar Das. Murli Manohar means Krishna, whose flute playing steals the mind. Nalini Raut. She needs a translator? Does she need a translator? So what are the four regulative principles you're about to follow? Charvia.
मैं मांसाहार नहीं करूंगी, मदिरापान नहीं करूंगी, जुआ नहीं खेलूंगी,
And how many rounds? Kitne mala?
कम से कम 16 मारेंगे, अभी करूंगी 16 मारेंगे.
ठीक है, बहुत अच्छा. On behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name will be Nandarani Dasi. Nandarani means the queen of Nanda Maharaj, and it refers to Mother Yashoda.
आपने मुझे स्वीकार किया, मुझे शादी नहीं की, आपकी बहुत आभारी हूँ, और मुझे अच्छी शिक्षा बनाइए,
She's saying that they were able to do one so I actually need this year. And the special that I can give
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Nishant Mehra. What are the four regulative principles you vow to follow? And how many rounds?
Minimum 16 rounds.
And is there anything else you would like to say?
I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude towards your divinity, accepting me as your disciple, and also each and every member of my family and
Right. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Nadia Bihari Das. Nadia Bihari refers to Lord Chaitanya, who enjoys pastimes in Nadia and chants Nadia. Puja Saiva. Hare Krishna. What are the four regulative principles you vow to follow? And how many rounds? And is there anything else you would like to say?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, I would like to thank for accepting me as your disciple.
Wonderful, beautiful. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple. And henceforth your name shall be Prana Gopika Dasi. Prana Gopika means one for whom Radha is her very life. Punam Kotiam. So what are the four regulative principles you vow to follow?
No obligation, no guarantee,
And how many rounds? And is there anything else you would like to say?
Thank you very much, Maharaj. On a good day, I really wish to be somebody as humble, as loving, as assertive, to the Prabhupada. I hope I set an example of what it would be and will be.
Got it. Wonderful. Beautiful. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Padma Kumari Dasi. Padma Kumari means Radha, the lotus-like young girl. Radhika Jajodia. So what are the four regulative principles you vow to follow?
Hare Krishna, I vow to follow the following principles. Regulative principles of no eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no.
And how many rounds? Is there anything else you would like to say?
I just want to express to you that I do understand the seriousness of what you have done for me. You accepted me, you accepted the initiative for me and the revelation. And today we're doing something beyond and above that, delivering me who's more holy than general. Gurumaharaj, I will sincerely try to, to add to your glory and I will sincerely try my best to worship the Lord.
Wonderful, beautiful. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Radhika Thakurani Dasi. Thakurani means goddess, say. Rajani Achari. What are the four regulative principles you're about to follow?
It is my most humble relationship. It is the principle of the Guru Parampara and Sri Prabhupada. I take this form to follow the four regulations principles of
And how many rounds?
16 rounds and things will be
Nice. Is there anything else you would like to say?
a very emotional moment with Maharaj for all and the guidance of my Shiksha to the inspiration of all my devotee friends who have come all the way from Mumbai to witness the initiative the support of my and the blessings of my parents. I wish to serve the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada.
Wonderful, beautiful.
Guru Maharaj, I would also like to give confidence. I will keep your faith for my devotion practices.
You will?
I will keep you updated about my devotion practices once in a month.
All right.
Thank you.
Nice. On behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Raseshwari Dasi. Raseshwari means Radharani, the goddess of the rasa dance. Sandeep Saigal. What are the four regulative principles you about to follow? And how many rounds? Is there anything else you would like to say? Nice. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Seva Parayana Das. Seva Parayana is the name of Krishna, which means that he is pleased by the service of his devotees. Sanjana. What are the four regulative principles you vow to follow? And how many rounds? And is there anything else you would like to say? All right. Beautiful. Nice job. Thank you. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Shama Prayasi Dasi. Shama Prayasi refers to Radharani, who is Lord Shama's mother. Sunita Jagadiya. What are the four regulative principles you vow to follow? And how many rounds? And is there anything else you would like to say? Okay, nice. Beautiful. So, on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple. Sukhanti Radha Dasi. Sukhanti Radha means Radha who is very beautiful. Swati Karanyakar. What are the four regulative principles you vow to follow? And how many rounds? And is there anything else you would like to say? Can you speak in the microphone more?
I would like to thank my teacher.
Wonderful, beautiful. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Sukirti Radhika Dasi. Sukirti Radhika means Radha who is glorious. Usha What are the four regulative principles you vow to follow?
No eating, gambling, no prostitution, and
And how many? Nice. Is there anything else you would like to say?
And I want to be so I don't know how to serve, but I want to serve you and make you proud.
Yeah, wonderful. Beautiful. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Uttama Bhakti Dasi. Uttama Bhakti means the utmost bhakti, pure bhakti. Vijay Lakshmi. You know English? What are the four regulated principles you vow to follow? And how many rounds? Minimum. And is there anything else you would like to say? Yeah, nice. Wonderful. Beautiful. So, on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Dasi. Vimala Radhika means Radhika who is pure and free from contamination. Virag. What are the four regulative principles you vow to follow?
No eating, no illicit, no intoxicating,
And how many rounds? Good. And is there anything else you would like to say? Yeah, nice. So on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, I'm pleased to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and henceforth your name shall be Rajanayaka Das. Rajanayaka refers to Krishna, who is the hero of Vrindavan.
Congratulations I used to work in theater as an artist, so most of the great thing is to go especially today, the whole dedication to theater is the inauguration of the so, Rajesh Prabhu, starts the fire and install the fire. There are also engaged the development of the fire sacrifice, function and other channel prayers, program, for you all, they have a place, a little dragon, and all. So we will not be